Hello, my sweet friends. Your host, Shurma here. A very warm welcome to my channel. It's early January and it is really cold in the part of the world where I live, that is Bharat, India. So I thought, let's add some summery vibes to our existence. Hence, I would love to share with you how to paint periwinkles in one stroke style of painting. The materials which I would be using for today's project are all listed over here. So why wait? Let's dive into the painting with chapter number 1, that is the background for the floral painting. I begin with a white watercolor paper which is 7 inches by 3.5 inches in size. I have dropped some light yellow watercolor on it in a very gradient fashion and I have stencilled over it. So this becomes the background for today's project. That leads us to chapter number 2, creating the periwinkle flowers in one stroke style of painting. So here is the palette for the periwinkle flowers. I have black acrylic, permanent rose, deep magenta and white acrylic. Alright, so here I'm loading my flat brush number 6 with permanent rose and white acrylic, and this is double loading of the brush as far as one stroke style of painting is concerned. So here I'm loading the brush very well for great results. Next, I go ahead and pick up my flat brush number 4 with acrylic black on it. And I am just trying to create some broad, broken lines on the background paper. This is not a big band of black, but a band with broken spots. I'm also using a liner brush to create some lines below and above the band. Well, if you would like to know how the yellow background was created, then please click on the I button which appears on the right hand corner of the screen. Next, I go ahead and pick up my flat brush number 6 and I have double loaded it with permanent rose and deep magenta, and I'm trying to create the petals of the periwinkle flower. Next, I go ahead and add a dash of white to the mix of permanent rose and deep magenta, and I'm going over the petals once again. As soon as I'm happy with the shading, I will go ahead and add more petals to the mix with more of white and less of the other two colors. Now, as you watch me paint, let me tell you a little about periwinkles. Now, periwinkle is a small and lovely plant. It has a very rich and mystical history in herbal and folk medicine. It is native to Europe and Asia. It blooms best in full summer, but also grows in the shade and it has very dense roots. They can also be grown on windowsills during summertime. Now, periwinkles are grown as an annual plant. It returns in the following summers from self-sown seed. That's amazing. It is a symbol of faithfulness and trust. They come in shades of pink, red, white, and can be plain or variegated. A periwinkle is also the name of a color in the blue and violet family. And that is the kind of shade which I'm trying to create today. Hope I'm doing justice to the pretty flowers. At present, you see that I have added loads of white to the mix of permanent rose and deep magenta. And that brings about a contrast to the petals. Do you like what you see? I would love to hear from you. And you can also drop down your own thoughts and suggestions as well. And they're most welcome. Alright, now we go on to the next chapter, that is painting the foliage. Here is the palette for the foliage painting. I have olive green, bamboo green and white acrylic. So here I'm loading my flat brush number 6 with olive green and white acrylic. And I will add a bit of bamboo to the side on which I have white. So this is triple loading of the brush. So here I begin with the amazing one stroke style of leaves. Remember, I have a flat brush number 6 and I have olive green, white and bamboo green on the brush. Aren't the leaves pretty? Yes, now if you are new to one stroke style of painting or you would like to refresh your stroke skills, then I would definitely encourage you to please visit my past videos, and I would be very happy to drop some of the links in the description box below. So continuing with the one stroke style of leaves, I'm painting on both sides of the band as to balance the entire painting. At this point I have introduced a light blue color along with white acrylic, and I'm using a liner brush to create little flower sprays in and around the flower painting. Once done, I go back to my flat brush number 4 and have picked up only bamboo green on it to create some very little leaves here and there. I've also gone ahead and added a bit of white to the mix. Next comes the flower center. So this is a liner brush with yellow acrylic on it, and once I add the yellow centers, the flowers seem to pop, don't they? Next, I go ahead and pick up my liner brush and I have bamboo green, white and a bit of olive on it, and I'm creating the veins of the leaves and some vines here and there. These kind of tiny details lend a lot of character to just about any painting. Some more of vines and the veins. And there you go, the painting is ready. Next, I go ahead and add a pretty sentiment on the top half of the note card, and that gives a finished look to the project. Well then, it's a wrap on today's painting tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed watching me paint the periwinkles in one stroke style. In case you have enjoyed today's tutorial, do let me know in the comments below. I would be waiting to hear from you. Also, please follow me on my social media handles, and it would be a great pleasure to be in touch with you. We'll be back very soon with more interesting painting tutorials. Meanwhile, here are some of my past one-stroke style painting video tutorials, and you might like them as well. As always, Thank you so much for watching till the end. See you soon. Do stay tuned and bye-bye.